Well, it seems like that the storms have finally passed, and I'm knocking on wood as we speak because it's still raining a little bit over here in South Jersey, so hopefully they don't have any more further delays as we go about doing the game tonight. What is up, everybody? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Let's move the camera up a little bit so that you can see my full face and my full hat and my headphones and all that sort of stuff. There we go. I think that that's a lot better. Cool. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. Rising Rhino's in the house. What's up, Rising Rhino? That was really bad. I pressed two buttons at once. Let's do that again. Hello, Rising Rhino. Yes, sir. Darwin TV, what is up from the Philippines? Yes, and last but not least, we got Jiva Newts on here too. We got to give him a shout out. And finally, then we're going to stop playing the buzzer. We got Andrew Heavener. What's up, Andrew? There we go. Okay. All right. So it is still pretty cloudy, but the storms have cleared. Yes, sir. All right, let's do this. Okay, Phillies are taking on the Miami Marlins in Game 2 of this 3-game series. All right, we're just about ready to get started. I got to fast forward really quickly. Let me do that. Okay. I realize that we're a little bit behind, and what else is new? Seriously, what else is new? Okay, let's refresh this. All right, while we do that, let's go over the starting lineup. So we got Kyle Schwarber leading things off. For the Phillies, first we got the Marlins, though. We got Luis Arias leading things off. And then we got Josh Bell batting second. Jake Berger batting third. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Jazz Chisholm Jr. Batting fifth, it'll be Brian De La Cruz. Jesus Sanchez, who had a 2-run pinch hit home run in last night's game. He will be batting sixth. Batting seventh, you end up having Garrett Hampson. Xavier Edwards is batting eighth. And Jacob Stallings is batting ninth. Arias is over at first base, and the only thing that's a little bit different is Hampson's over at shortstop, and Xavier Edwards, who did not play in last night's game, he's over at second. Aaron Nola is on the mound for the Phillies. In 28 games this season, he has a 12-9 record. He's gone 172 innings. The ERA is pretty high for his standards at 4.55. He does have 179 strikeouts, though, in those 172 innings. And 44 walks allowed as well. So once again, for the Marlins, it'll be Arias, Bell, Berger, Chisholm Jr., De La Cruz, Sanchez, Hampson, Edwards, and Stallings. In his career versus the Marlins, Nola is 5-10 with a 3.43 ERA. And this is a big outing for Aaron Nola because you really need to see how he can do at home against a really good top team that's fighting for a wild card spot. You need a good outing from him today. Christopher Sanchez, whether you loved it or not, him not going deep last night from Rob Thompson, you really have to get a really good quality start from Aaron Nola. And I think that if the offense can step up, and if he can go 7 innings, you have a big day on Monday. And you got a big series coming up against the Atlanta Braves. Monday's a doubleheader. So you really need to try to give the bullpen as much rest as humanly possible. So once again, the lineup for the Marlins, it'll be Arias, Bell, Berger, Chisholm Jr., De La Cruz, Sanchez, Hampson, Edwards, and Stallings. If you're just tuning into the channel, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload or when I go live. Because I do both. Do I? No, I don't. I sometimes upload, but I don't do them both at the same time. Okay. All right, let's readjust this. All right, first pitch about ready to get underway. Nola takes the mound. Phillies are 77-63, while the Marlins are 73-68. The first pitch to Arias is popped up, hit out to left field. It's carrying. Going back is Cave, and he's there to make the catch over the shoulder right at the track. And there's one out. That pitch was outside. and the wind was certainly carrying that thing. It is supposed to be very, very windy tonight. There we go. Not so easy at all whatsoever. I don't even know if Kyle Schwarber could have tried to make that catch. It would have been really hard for him to do so. 1 pitch and 1 out. As we start off the top of the first, here's Josh Bell batting from the left side, and he takes a strike at the knees at 93 miles per hour. Lifetime against Nola, Bell hitting 3 for 22 with a homer. And this season, he's batting .245 with 20 homers. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the first. Base is empty. The pitch by Nola, it's on the inside corner for a called strike. And that makes the count 0-2. What's up, Big ol' Lover? How you doing, man? How you doing? Shout out for coming on here. Larry's here. Yes. What's up, Larry? I call everybody man. I do. My brothers and my sisters. My family, guys. Because that's what we are. We're a family. No balls, 2 strikes. Nola gets set above the letters, winds up, delivers the pitch. Outside for ball 1. So Josh Bell was acquired by the Marlins at the trade deadline for Gene Segura. He's playing for the Cleveland Guardians at the time. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bell, and the pitch. That's low for ball 2. This is a guy who started off his career with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he had some really good seasons, and he became very valuable. Also played for the Washington Nationals, and then got traded in the Juan Soto trade to the San Diego Padres. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Aaron Nola gets the first strikeout of the night. Went with a changeup that was low and in the dirt. And came in at 87 miles per hour. What was the delay? Weather? Yes. The weather's not really so nice here. It's been raining on and off. Had some lightning, and I'm surprised that they started as early as they did. Hopefully we don't have any further delays. 2 outs for Jake Burger. First pitch, that slapped foul. And the count is 0-1. The Phillies defense will look like this. On the mound, it's Aaron Nola. Behind the plate, it's JT Realmuto. Over at first, you got Harper. At second, it's Stott. Bohm's at third, and Turner is at shortstop. There's 2 outs in the top of the first. Nobody on. The 0-1 by Nola. Inside for ball 1. And, of course, in the outfield for the Phillies, it'll be Cave in left, Marsh in center, and Castellanos in right field. We have a whole lot to talk about in regards to Nick Castellanos, and we'll certainly talk about it once the Phillies start hitting. Schwarber is DHing tonight. The 1-1 delivery by Nola, swinging a line drive over into left field for a base hit. It hits the NovaCare rehabilitation sign. Cave gets to it, throws over the second to throw. It's not in time. It was a powerful throw by Jake Cave, and Bryson Stott tried to swipe Jake Burger, but he slid in there to second base with a 2-out double. It was a changeup that was in the middle of the strike zone, did not break like JT wanted it to, and it went all the way towards the NovaCare rehabilitation sign out in left field. Throw was maybe a little bit off the line, but it was a very powerful throw. And here's Jazz Chisholm Jr., who was batting in the lower part of the order last night, and tonight he's batting in the cleanup spot. First pitch, that's a knuckle curve at the knees for a called strike. Jazz is 1 for 10 lifetime against Aaron Nola with 6 strikeouts. This season he's hitting .254. Burger leads off over at second base. Nola looks back to second. Now back to the plate. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove. What's up, Young Shizzy? How you doing, Young Shizzy? Just got my new Mac Mini Pro. That's nice. No balls, 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. It was a 2-out double allowed by Aaron Nola to Jake Burger. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola gets set at the letters, looks back at second, now back to the plate. 2 seconds left in the 0-2 pitch, upstairs, and taken all the way by Chisholm. So we got started a little bit late because of a rain delay. Weather has not really been too beautiful, to say the least. The 1-2 by Nola, low, a changeup at 87. So he goes with a fastball on the 0-2 pitch that's outside and high, and then decides to go with a changeup that's low over the plate. 2-2. In the on-deck circle, it's Brian De La Cruz. The 2-2 pitch, low again for ball 3 on another changeup. So what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's worked his way back up in this count, and Nola has just not been hitting the spots, and this is a big at-bat for him right here. This at-bat could certainly help indicate how Aaron Nola will do throughout the rest of the season. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a knuckle curve. 2 strikeouts in this first inning. Just a 2-out double allowed by Nola. Nothing else to it. And the Phillies head to the bottom of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Phillies coming up to bat. Let's have good Nola tonight, please. That pitch was great. That is what you needed. Went with a knuckle curve that got Jazz Chisholm Jr. to chase after it. It would have been a strike anyways, but he was thinking fastball all the way. What's up, Jose? How you doing? Yes way, Jose. What's up, man? Yes, sir. Okay. Let's, oh, we didn't even turn on the iPad, guys. We're a little bit behind in that regard. This weather is really throwing us off. I apologize. I do. Okay. All right. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Algo people, do your thing. Do your magic. Cool, there we go. Mike Ortepio. Tep, what is up, Mike? I love you, brother. Shout out to Mike Ortepio, man. One of my really good friends, IRL. You know, he's been coming on here for, you know, just supporting this channel. I really appreciate that, man. Lots of love and lots of support, man, for sure. Shout out to Mike Ortepio, guys. Make sure that you go subscribe to him. All right, Phillies starting lineup will look like this. It'll be Kyle Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot, Trey Turner batting second, Bryce Harper hitting third, and this is where it gets really interesting. So hitting fourth in the cleanup spot, it'll be Alec Bohm, and then Bryson Stott is batting fifth. JT Realmuto is batting sixth. Right behind him is Brandon Marsh, and he's batting seventh. And guess who's next? Nick Castellanos, batting eighth. And then you got Jake Cave batting ninth. So Schwarber will lead things off against Johnny Cueto. First pitch, it's a sinker. That's in there for a called strike. Kyle batting 195, just a couple ticks now underneath the Mendoza line, with 41 homers and 90 RBI. The 0-1 inside for ball 1. On the mound for the Fish, it'll be Johnny Cueto. He's 1-3 with a 5.54 earned run average, 30 strikeouts, and only 11 walks allowed this season. The 1-1 pitch, a slider on the inside corner for a called strike. So once again, it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Realmuto, Marsh, Castellanos, and Cave. We're in the bottom of the first at a late start because of inclement weather. The 1-2 to Schwarber. Fly ball hit out to deep right field. It is just a foul ball, though. Not by much. That thing was scorched out to right field. It was hit 112.5 miles per hour off the bat by Schwarber. And he just said, gosh darn it, I just missed it. 1-2 is still the count. Cueto kicks, deals the 1-2, outside and high for ball 2. Marlins defense. Cueto's on the mound behind the plate. It's Jacob Stallings. And over at first base is Luis Arraez. He's not over at second tonight. The 2-2 to Schwarber. Just below the knees for a called strike. A changeup that was barely a couple of inches off the plate. Just missed. and the count is full. The payoff pitch to Schwarber. Inside and high for ball 4. And Kyle Schwarber, who's one of the top leaders in walks this season, is able to get on with a leadoff walk. And Trey Turner is due up next. So the Marlins defense will look like this. So they'll have, as I mentioned, Cueto on the mound. Behind the plate at Stallings. Over at first base is Luis Arraez. The second baseman is Xavier Edwards. And over at the hot corner, it's Jake Berger. And the shortstop will be Garrett Hampson. Here's Trey Turner. First pitch he sees, that's fouled back. In the outfield, from left to right, you got De La Cruz, Chisholm Jr., and Sanchez. Turner batting .265 with 23 homers and 68 runs driven in this season. He led off in the bottom of the first last night with a solo homer. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He has a 20-game hitting streak at Citizens Bank Park. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 delivery. Here it is. Grounder hit over to shortstop. This could be 2. The flip to second. There's 1. The throw to first. Not in time. Turner just beats it out by half a step. Give him credit for hustling as he gets on base. But it's a fielder's choice. Ground out by Trey. They're saying hold it for just a second. Let's see if Turner did beat it out. Ooh, that's so close. That is a really close play. The Marlins will not challenge up. Yes, they will. They are going to challenge it. Okay. It was pretty close. So if the call stands, it'll be a fielder's choice ground out. But if it's overturned, it'll be a double play with nobody on. So the Marlins, they definitely have a case to challenge this because the throw was pretty quick. But Turner, I can't tell if from the angles that they're giving me if he beat it out or not, because the one angle that I saw looked like he beat it out, but the other angle, it looked a little bit more confusing. Rising Rhino is here. What is up, Rising Rhino Raid? We love you all so much, and we thank you all for being here. What is good? Yes, sir. All right, let's see. Is he out? I think he maybe just is, but it is so hard to tell. New York is looking at this, and they're certainly taking their time doing so. What's cooking, JJ? Not too much, man. Hopefully we don't have a long game tonight. But we appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here. I love you all so much. So let's see. In case you're just tuning in, Schwarber led off the bottom of the first with a leadoff walk. And then Trey Turner, the ruling was that he grounded into a fielder's choice. It looked like in some instances that maybe he was out at first. And let's see what the call is. The call is overturned. And it is ruled as a double play. A 6-4-3 double play. And the Marlins get to keep their challenge. So there's nobody on for Bryce Harper, who's 6 for 15 lifetime against Johnny Cueto with 5 walks. First pitch he sees is a fastball at 91. Was listening to Tom Kelly on the radio for WIP. Shout out to WIP. And he said that he expects a big game out of Bryce Harper. The 1-0 pitch on the outside corner, a slider at 86 miles per hour. Cueto, a veteran who has spent a lot of time with the Cincinnati Reds, the Kansas City Royals, the San Francisco Giants, and he's been around the block for a little bit. The 1-1, that's fouled back. Magic Man, what is up, man? Thanks for coming on here. Another person a part of the Rising Rhino raid. The 1-2 delivery, up high for ball 2. Rhino does have a long day tomorrow. Oh, hello, Aunt Janice. Hello, Rhino. The 2-2 to Harper, swing and a miss. And Bryce strikes out on the changeup that goes into the dirt. And the inning comes to an end. The Phillies do get one runner. But we go to the top of the second. and the Marlins are coming back up to bat. It is a scoreless game so far at Citizens Bank Park. Wow, dropping a like and a sub. Welcome on into the play-by-play with JJ Family Magic, man. We love you. Yes, sir. All right. I think we got to... I've been saying this for a little bit of time. We got to get a doorbell sound. I can easily find that. I've just been... So many other things have crossed my mind, guys. You can always make improvements, but at the same time, man, you know what I'm saying? Like... You just gotta keep grinding. You know, we're doing stuff like off the air, stuff that I don't really like to talk about it on the air, because once it does like get more official, and once it's not just conversations and we're actually doing more and more stuff, then I like to talk about it. But we can be doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, man, if we're not producing the content that we promise each and every one of you, that's the number one goal, guys. That's the number one goal. Young Shizzy says, just shared the stream on my YouTube. Let's get to... Oh, man, thank you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, man. That really means so much to me, my guy. It seriously does. You're the best, man. Shout out to Young Shizzy, man. He's been a part of this channel for a little bit of time, and he keeps coming back on here, and we love what he's able to provide for this channel. Always comes in with a positive light and just comes here on here, has a good time, and just does a really good job at just keeping things clean and just having fun, man. That's all it's about. I got you. I got a doorbell. Oh, you got doorbell sounds? Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Yeah, send them to me if you can, man. He's also, I have to put him on the spot. I have to give him credit. I will tell you guys this, that he is, he's helping me with a little intro. You know, we are trying to come up with different types of intros for the different types of streams that we do, man. Yes. Okay. Phillies go to the top of the second. Brian De La Cruz leading things off. It'll be De La Cruz, Sanchez, and Hampson. And Aaron Nola is out there for his second inning of work. The 1-0 pitch, it's in there for a strike. For sure. We got you, JJ, says Young Shizzy. Trust me, we love you just like we love our Phillies and Philly teams. I have an announcement coming up tomorrow, guys, and I think you'll be so excited to see it. Okay? The 1-1 pitch, that's outside, and maybe a hair down low for ball 2. If you just subscribe to the channel, shout yourself out, and we'll give you a little proper treating to the play-by-play with JJ family. An introduction. The 2-1, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve at 80 miles per hour. So De La Cruz is up at the plate. He's batting .259. It's a guy who actually had a couple of hits last night against the Phillies. And Skip Schumacher likes putting him in the cleanup spot. Tonight, though, he is batting 5th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brian De La Cruz. Nola gets the signs from JT, winds up, kicks, fires the 2-2 pitch, fouled off. And De La Cruz will stay alive. Home plate umpire tonight will be Sean Barber and the rest of the crew chief. We got Mike Machlinski over at first base, Alan Porter's at second, and Nate Tomlinson is the third base umpire. We're scoreless, only in the top of the second, though. Nobody out, nobody on. The 2-2 to De La Cruz. Grounder, hit back up the middle. Turner has it, gloves it, throws it over to first, and it's off the line. And that's going to go down as an E6 by Trey Turner. Harper had to come off the bag. The throw was... Harper had to actually come in towards the baseball because it was sinking in the air for a little bit of time. And it was just not a good throw by... Trey Turner. Was also a little bit over towards Harper's left side, too. So the Phillies allow an error from Trey Turner to Brian De La Cruz. Been talking a lot about the defense this season. Trey Turner, it's been very nice at times, and it's been very ugly other times. Here's Jesus Sanchez, who had a pinch hit 2-run homer in last night's game. First pitch, he takes it. It's a fastball at 93. And the other thing about this is that you don't want to allow Aaron Nola to have base runners because you know what the whole narrative has been this season. When the runners get on base, he tends to struggle. Sanchez has 13 homers, 49 runs batted in this season, and is hitting .273 on the year. The 0-1 by Nola, a changeup at the knees. It's in there for a called strike, I believe. It looked like it was a strike, but I couldn't see what the umpire called it because they initially went to a replay review of last night's home run. They called it a ball. Are you kidding me? 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola did not get the call there. And the 1-1 swing and a foul ball down the first base side. Yes, sir, man. So we have a special announcement tomorrow. You got to tune into the Patriots-Eagles game, though. So that'll be at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Weather's not really supposed to be good there either. It is actually supposed to. There is a chance of lightning, so that's not a good thing. Definitely don't want any delays at Gillette Stadium. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner goes. The pitch, foul ball down the third base line. And it'll stay foul on a changeup. There's another hanging changeup right there. Young Shizzy says, gotcha, I'm sending them now, but the Dodgers game got delayed today, so I don't know why. Oh, wow. What time? Are they still delayed now? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jesus Sanchez. The kick and the pitch. Line drive, played on a hop by Turner, slides over towards his left, throws over to first, and that time he makes a good play. It was ugly in his first try, and this time it was like he just swiped that off and came in with a clean slate and made a beautiful play over at shortstop. Well, sometimes you make the simple plays. You do too much with the simple ones, and then when it comes to the big plays, sometimes you just do what you got to do. The slide over towards his left side, another smooth slide by Trey Turner. There is a runner over at second base, though, as the runner from first was able to transfer over there. And that's De La Cruz over at second. Here's Garrett Hampson batting .278 with a .392 on-base percentage. 2 homers and 15 RBI. First pitch. It's in there for a strike. Hampson, a former Colorado Rocky. 1 for 8 lifetime against Aaron Nola. Batting .278 on the season, as I mentioned. De La Cruz dancing over at second. The 0-1 pitch. That's a strike, taken all the way right down Broad Street. A sinker at 91. Phillies currently have the number 1 wild card spot in the NL. Cubs right behind them, 2 games back. The 0-2, that's low and outside. Pretty good crowd at Citizens Bank Park tonight. One out and a runner over at second. In scoring position for the Marlins. The 1-2 delivery. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And Garrett Hampson exchanging some words with Sean Barber. And he'll head back to the Marlins dugout. A picture-perfect pitch by Aaron Nola. And he was able to just get it on that outside corner. Xavier Edwards will be Nola's next victim. 30 pitches for Nola so far, 20 strikes, 10 balls. First pitch to Edwards, that's just on the outside corner. Looked like maybe it was a hair off the plate, but it would have been close. Edwards in .324 with 2 RBI on the season, still looking for his first career home run in a Marlins uniform. The 0-1 by Nola, a knuckle curve outside at 79 miles per hour. Just going back to that last pitch that he was able to throw Hampson, that fastball was probably the best pitch that he's thrown today, along with that little knuckle curve that he had against Jazz Chisholm Jr. when the count was full. The 1-1 delivery, chopped foul towards the first base side. like butter dripping off a hot biscuit. "33 pitches for Aaron. In the on-deck circle, it's Jacob Stallings, who hit a big homer in last night's game 2. The 1-2 just fouled it in and out of the glove of JT Realmuto. And Edwards is able to stay alive. If you are new to the channel, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, Algo people, do your thing. Please promote the channel. And also, let's get more and more people to join the play-by-play with JJ family. Nola looks back at second, hesitates, now back to the plate. The 1-2 pitch popped up, hit out to left center field. Marsh says he has it, calls off Cave, and he's there to catch the can of corn for out number 3. No runs, 1 error, 1 man left, and we head to the bottom of the second. Phillies coming back up in a scoreless game so far against the Marlins. Okay. Cheers. All right, cool. Oh, man. Man, we need 30 more subscribers. If you just subscribe to my channel, please comment who you are down below, guys, because I'd love to give you a little shout-out. Phillies got to get on the board, man. I'm with you. Of course, they have to be able to attack early on against Johnny Cueto, because this is a guy, if he's able to, go 2 sharp innings, he can certainly go deep. He's not the pitcher that he used to be, per se, but he definitely still has some gas left in the tank, guys. The miles are on the tires, but he still has a little bit of distance left. Larry says, is this another game where they have 1 base runner through 6 innings? As long as they win, man, that's what really matters. At this point, you got to take care of business. Doesn't matter how it looks. I want them to win. That's exactly how I want it to be. Of course, we can complain about the bullpen. We can complain about clutch situations. But at the end of the day, we have to see this team take care of business, because they're 2 games above the Cubs. And I'll be honest with you, if the Cubs even win the division, if you're tied with the Milwaukee Brewers, Milwaukee gets the home field advantage in the wild card series. So the Phillies are tied with the Cubs. The Phillies own that tiebreaker. More clouds are coming in. The pitch to Bohm. It's inside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out to right field. That's going back to the warning track, and Sanchez is just there to make the catch. Just at the track. Here's Bryson Stott hitting .294 on the season for the Phillies with 14 homers and 55 RBI. First pitch he sees is a strike at 92 miles per hour. The 0-1 offering, that's at the knee, is another slider, and that's taken for strike 2. 1 out, nobody on, in the bottom of the second inning for Bryson Stott. Cueto with his 20th pitch. Here it comes. It's popped up, hit out towards left field. It's going out of play, and it'll stay foul. Scott Fransky is in the booth tonight for Tom McCarthy. More clouds coming in, and they don't look so friendly. The 0-2, that's fouled again towards the third base side. And Bryson Stott is able to keep this at-bat alive. What's up, Rising Rhino? Let's go, baby. Rhino, drop your link down below, please. The 0-2 pitch. Grounder hit back up the middle. Played on the hop, though. And the throw over to first. That's in time. Hampson was able to do a good job at charging it over to first base. And that was the play that Trey Turner should have made because it was just a routine ground ball. And he went over towards his left. Threw it sidearm over to first. And the throw that Trey made just took Bryce Harper off the plate. And now JT Realmuto is coming back up. He's hitting .255 this season. The first pitch he sees is a ball inside. So the count is 1-0. Cueto with 23 pitches so far in this game. The pitch. Grounder. It's hit foul towards the third base side. Oops. I have a little delay with this now. Now I got to fix that. I hate it when they do this. It's because advertisements come up. 1-1 strike to JT Realmuto. And the 1-1 to JT up high for a ball. There we go. So the count is now 2-1. The pitch by Cueto. Line drive just past the diving stop of Hampson into left field for a base hit. Great piece of hitting by JT as he continues to start hitting the ball really well. And he keeps his little hitting streak alive. And now Brandon Marsh will be coming up. I had to look and actually double check to see if that was actually the case. Brandon Marsh takes the first pitch way outside for a ball. There's 2 outs and a runner over at first base. Infield playing in on the corners, but back up the middle. And the next pitch, that's just fouled off. Oh, boy. There we go. On the road to 1,000 subs. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a 4-seamer at 92 miles per hour. So the Phillies, it's actually Cancer Appreciation Night at Citizens Bank Park. The 1-2 to Marsh. Way up high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the 2-2 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. It just drops in, going from second and staying put over there. It's JT. The throw was made, and it's not in time. So back-to-back singles for the Phillies with 2 outs. Get one from JT to left and one from Marsh to right. And now Nick Castellanos, a big situation for him right here. He's really been struggling, and that's why he's batting 8th tonight from Rob Thompson. He has a chance to prove himself here and get out of this little slump. The thing about it is that he's just been so aggressive early on in the count, either on the first or the second pitch. First pitch to Nick. He takes that one on the inside corner for a called strike at 93 miles per hour. According to Tim Kelly, quote, there was a young fan battling cancer that just got the chance to actually do a ceremonial first swing and run around the bases with the Phillies. And actually the Marlins, some of the Marlins players were giving him high fives as part of Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. And also, according to Tim Kelly in the report, he was actually greeted by Bryce Harper right at home plate. She was actually greeted. The 0-1 that's inside for a ball. Castellanos, interesting splits from the first to the second half. Batted .301 in the first half of the season, and since the All-Star break, in the second half, he was batting .214. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. It's going all the way towards the corner. De La Cruz did not read it correctly. 1 run comes in to score. The throw is cut off. 2 runs come in to score. It's a 2-run double for Nick Castellanos. And the Phillies with 3 hits in a row as they catch lightning in a bottle. And the Marlins blink first as the Phillies are on top 2-0. Just a nice piece of hitting by Castellanos. And quite a mistake by Brian De La Cruz, who just did not play it properly. It got right on by him and skipped past him all the way towards the left center field alley. And here comes Jay Cave. First pitch, that's flied out to left. It's hooking foul, though, and it'll stay out of play. A big 2-run double by Nick Castellanos. Cave batting .235 with 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. The 0-1, that's fouled back. What's up, Philly boy? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. Appreciate each and every one of you. So all 3 hits for the Phillies coming with 2 outs in this bottom of the second. That was a really good swing by Nick Castellanos. Time is called by Jay Cave with 6 seconds left on the pitch clock. So Marsh scored and JT scored. No balls, 2 strikes. Cueto on the mound for the Marlins. Phillies lead it 2-0 in the bottom of the second. The 0-2 up high. And also a little bit outside as well. Phillies will wrap up their series against the Marlins tomorrow afternoon. We will not be covering the game, though. We got Patriots-Eagles at 4:25. Then we'll be back for the Phillies doubleheader on Monday. The 1-2 pitch to Cave, another foul ball. Castellanos, before that at-bat, was 3 for 29 with 11 strikeouts. More unfriendly clouds coming right in, and it looks like it is going to storm. The 1-2 delivery, inside again for ball 2. Good at-bat so far by Jake Cave. He was behind in the count 0-2, and he's making Johnny Cueto trying to work and try to put him to bed. It has not been so easy. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Nope. They say that he did not go. Just held the trigger. And what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Jay Cave. If Cave gets on, we flip the lineup card and Kyle Schwarber comes back up. Payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. The pitch. Low for ball 4. Great at-bat by Jay Cave. And that's the 4th base runner in a row that the Phillies have manufactured. And that puts runners over at first and second. Just an incredible at-bat. And that was a good take because that pitch by Cueto was a changeup, and it looked pretty good to swing at. And those are the types of pitches that that lefties will try to take a hack at. Because they think it looks good, but it ends up being not a good pitch at all. Here comes Mel Stottlemyre to try to calm Johnny Cueto down. The infielders gather for a conference on the mound, and here comes Sean Barber to break up the conversation. Phillies lead it 2-0 on a 2-run double by Nick Castellanos. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Kyle Schwarber comes back up for his second time today. Walked in the first. Two runners on base. We're in the bottom of the second inning. And the first pitch to Schwarber, way inside, a sinker at 92. And he's ahead in the count 1-0. The Phillies actually are honoring former minor leaguer Corey Phelan, who passed away from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma last season. The 1-0, that's outside for ball 2. See that Bryson Stott and Alec Bohm were actually wearing some shirts that represent him. It's called Corey's Promise. The 2-0, it's fouled off towards the right field side. Sometimes the really cool thing about sports is that it's an escape from reality, but you really get to come together. It brings people together. That's what sports is supposed to be about. The 2-1 to Schwarber, just a little bit outside, and Stallings really wanted to have that call. But Kyle, with a good eye, takes it all the way for ball 3. Castellanos at second. Got on with a 2-run double to give the Phillies a 2-0 lead. Over at first, it's Jake Cave. 3 balls, 1 strike to Schwarber. Cueto kicks, fires the pitch, swing and a miss on a 4-seamer on the upper third of the zone. And Schwarber was late on that fastball. That was a good pitch for him to hit, and he knew that the fastball was coming, just didn't know where. And just got underneath it. Payoff pitch coming up, here it is. And it's fouled back. Schwarber will stay alive. 47 pitches for Johnny Cueto in just 1 2/3 of an inning so far. On deck is Trey Turner. Grounded into a double play his first time around. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Cueto gets set just at the belt, and time is called by Schwarber. So he just wants to take a quick second to breathe. The payoff pitch, here it comes, and that's fouled back again. And the count still remains full at 3-2. I mean, Cueto's throwing strikes. It's just been, the hardest part has just been putting the hitters to sleep. The Phillies are making them pay, putting up really good professional at-bats and grinding them out. The 3-2 to Schwarber, grounder. It's just fouled, though, towards the first base side as Arias gloved it. But it was just onto the right side of the line. So the count is still full to Schwarber. Cueto has a 5.54 ERA. He's now 37 years old. The payoff pitch, fly ball hit out to deep right center field. Watch it fly and not come back into the Phillies bullpen. A 3-run blast by Kyle Schwarber. And the bell is ringing at the bank. Just a lot of goosebumps as Schwarber gets high fives from everybody in the dugout. And the fans give him a standing ovation. Fastball down the middle. And Schwarber knew it was coming and just launched a cannon out to right center. And here comes Trey. He's the 8th man to bat in this inning. Takes the first pitch for a strike, and the crowd settles back down. No balls, 1 strike. The next pitch to Turner, that's grounded foul towards the third base side. What a swing that was by Schwarber. Thought it was maybe a home run derby. No balls, 2 strikes to Trey, the 0-2. Way outside, a slider at 87. 9th pitch. What an at-bat. Absolutely. 2 outs, nobody on. Phillies lead at 5-0. The 1-2 to Turner. Grounder, another foul ball towards the third base dugout. That is just what you want from your leadoff hitter. And that is the type of at-bat that you want in the leadoff spot for the Phillies. Somebody that can just grind out at-bats and do those types of things. 54 pitches for Cueto. Only 35 for Nola. The 1-2 to Turner. Fly ball hit out to right field. It's hooking into foul territory. And it goes out of play once again. Kathy Ann says, hey, JJ, love the flying and not coming back. The Phillies have exploded for 5 runs so far. And now somebody's getting loosened up in the Marlins pen. The 1-2 to Turner. Inside a changeup at 85. And it just misses. Looks like Emmanuel De Jesus, the left-handed pitcher, is getting warmed up. The 2-2 to Trey. Another foul ball. And Trey Turner was able to spoil that one. And we play on in this inning. Phillies in their regular home pinstripes. Marlins in their regular dark away uniforms with the black and the dark blue. The 2-2 inside and high. And Turner had the dodge out of the way. So it was a 0-2 count. Is now a full count to Trey. Schwarber hit a 3-run homer with a full count in the last at-bat. What will Trey Turner do here? 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Cueto gets the signs from Stallings. The kick and the payoff pitch. Foul ball again. And Turner will stay alive. Starting to rain again at Citizens Bank Park, as the Phillies have been making it rain. They scored 5 runs so far in this bottom of the second. The 3-2 inside for ball 4. And the Phillies have been able to get 6 base runners on in a row. And now it is downpouring. And the 9th man to come up, it'll be Bryce Harper, as Stallings calls for time and wants to pay a visit to the mound for Cueto. And regardless of what happens here, even if we go into a delay, Cueto is probably, after this second inning is over, if he does get out of the inning, I think that's probably going to be it, and it's safe to say. Absolutely. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons so that way you know when I upload. It's been a 20-minute bottom of the second inning so far. Harper representing the 9th man to come up to the plate. He struck out in the first and has really struggled in September. The September slump has been absolutely real for Bryce. He's had a lot of success, though, against Johnny Cueto. Throw back over to first to try to get Turner. It's not in time. And what I mean by that is Harper coming into tonight is actually 6 for 12 lifetime against Johnny Cueto. Hasn't homered against him, though. First pitch, inside, a 4-seamer at 90. He does a good job of just taking that pitch. Cueto in his last outing went 5 innings, allowed 3 earned runs, and had 4 strikeouts against the Nationals. The 1-0 to Harper, that's a bouncer. It's rolled just foul, though, just next to home plate. And Harper wasn't running, and I believe that he certainly dodged a bullet right there because Stallings was coming for the ball, and it was barely foul. Doesn't matter where you hit it, you gotta keep your eyes on the ball. The pitch count is up to 62 for Johnny Cueto. Phillies are making him work. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 to Harper. Popped up. Hit out towards the third base side. It's heading in foul territory. Berger has enough room, though, and he drops it. Oh, man. Just a routine foul ball, and he was not able to make the catch. And Harper stays alive. Called it, said I got it, had to lean back, and it just hit off the top of the glove. Let's see if Harper can do something about that. Skip Schumacher not so happy with how his team has been playing so far. Turner leads off at first. The 1-2 to Harper. Low and outside for ball 2. I've always said that you cannot give this team extra chances. Still raining a little bit at Citizens Bank Park. The 2-2 to Harper. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. It's going back towards the track. And De La Cruz can't find it. And now he does it the last second and he'll just make the basket catch. Probably lost it in the lights. But the inning comes to an end. Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber providing the offense as the Phillies score for 5 runs in the bottom of the second, and the inning comes to a close. Castellanos at a 2-run double, and Kyle Schwarber at a 3-run homer. We head to the top of the third. Phillies up 5-0. Oh, man. 62 pitches and not out of the second. And they were all with 2 outs, guys. There were 2 outs with nobody on. Think about that. 2 outs with nobody on, and they were able to get a single from JT, a single from Marsh, a 2-run double by Castellanos. Cave walked, Schwarber at a 3-run homer, and then Turner walked. And Harper almost got on. Gabriel says, thanks for always covering these games, man. Hope to see you at a game. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I appreciate each and every one of you for being on here. Cheers. L'chaim. Absolutely. Yes. All right. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I do want to remind you guys, okay, we will not be doing tomorrow afternoon's Phillies game at 1 o'clock. We instead will be doing the Eagles-Patriots game. And we have a special announcement that you'll want to hear right before kickoff. Okay? We have a special announcement, guys. And we're not going to talk about it until then. All right? That's what we're going to do. Yes. Yes, sir. Okay. We head to the top of the third inning. Phillies lead at 5-0 thanks to a 2-run double by Nick Castellanos and a 3-run blast by Kyle Schwarber. Already have a lot of highlights to call. Aaron Nola goes out there for his 3rd inning of work. Everyone knows about the narrative when it comes to 5-run leads for Aaron Nola. Hopefully that's not a narrative in tonight's game. Barring the weather as well. 9-1-2 due up for the Marlins. First pitch to Stallings. It's a fastball taken right down the pipe. All the way for a called strike. We are doing the Eagles-Pats game tomorrow. Yes. You have to come for the special announcement, Larry. You just have to. The ball is 1 strike. And the 0-1. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. Yes. Larry, you definitely have to be there for the announcement. I'm going to tell you that right now. 0-2 is the count. Nola kicks, fires, and that one's just a little bit off the plate for a ball. Game's at 4:25. So I don't think it'll interfere with your Vikings game. 1-2 is the count. The Stallings. And the 1-2 delivery. Off the plate again for ball 2. Man, I am so excited for football tomorrow, man. When you're watching the Thursday night game, okay, and you see the Chiefs are playing, it gets you a little bit more hyped up. The 2-2 to Stallings. Swinging a ground ball. It's just fouled off. Who's Hecka Joyce? I'm going to replace the Eagles logo with, or Patriots logo with the Eagles logo. Nope. Nope. The 2-2. It's off the plate for ball 3. Nope. Nice try. We have another type of an announcement. The count is full. And the next payoff pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike 3. And there's another strikeout for Aaron Nola. That's how you do it. Luis Ariz is due up. Flied out in the first. He's playing over at first base. First pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field. It's going back towards the alleyway, and Cave is there to make the catch. Right on the track for out number 2. Hecka Joyce, I've never seen you on here before. I've never seen you on here before. Were you in Rhino's stream? That's probably why. So there's 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Way outside for ball 1. The 1-0 upstairs for ball 2. You didn't answer my question. I asked if you were in Rhino's stream. Because how else would you hear? How else would you hear something like that? Because that is not, that's not fully correct. 2-0 pitch. Fly ball it out to right field. Coming in is Castellanos. And he slides and makes the catch for out number 3. The inning comes to an end. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Phillies up 5-0 against the Marlins. Larry, if the Vikings can't beat Baker and the Bucks, I feel very sorry for you, brother. Yes. I don't know what to say. Wasn't on anybody else's stream. I did a search for Phillies Live. Oh, really? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, so you were just making a guess. I see. I see what you did. I see what you did. I got you. I got you. Well, I will tell you that you are partially correct. Partially. Not fully. There's a lot more to this. And that's why you got to wait till tomorrow. But yes. You're a Pats fan. I feel very sorry for you. Thanks for the sarcasm, Larry. I really appreciate that, man. Okay. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hope you're all having yourselves a great night. Oh, wait, dude. Hecka Joyce just subscribed to the channel. Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe to the channel? Because if you did, I got to give you a proper introduction, man. I really do. I have to give you a proper introduction, my guy. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we just have 6 Super Bowls, says Brian. That's right. Yep. Brian says we just have 6 Super Bowls. Thanks for the sarcasm, Larry. Right, I was just kidding. Yes, just subscribed. First pitch to Bowman. It's inside for a ball. What's up, man? Thanks for subscribing. Boom. Boom. The 1-0 to Bohm. On the inside corner for a called strike. So surprisingly, Johnny Cueto is still out there. 67 pitches. Let's see if the Phillies can try to take more advantage of him. And the 1-1 grounder hit over to shortstop. The throw over to first. That's in time by Garrett Hampson. And there's one away. So Bohm grounds out the shortstop. 50 pitches in the second. That's the most pitches thrown by a single pitcher in one inning in a really long time. The pitch to Stott. That's at the knees for a called strike. Stott rounded out in the second. He's now 293 on the season. And the 0-1 popped up. It's in foul territory. Stallings takes the mask off, and he drops it. Oh, man. He took the mask off, tried to make the basket catch right towards the on-deck circle, and his counterpart, JT, was right over there, and he dropped it. Must be not so easy to see with the stadium lights there. But that is going to go down as an E2. Just in and out of the glove as he tried to make the basket catch. And it just hit it. The balls and 2 strikes to Stott as he lives to see another day. With 1 out. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field. Slicing out of play. And the count is still 0-2. Just a reminder, guys, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Mods, feel free to promote. Feel free to promote, man. Promote the channel as much as possible, even when I'm doing play-by-play. The 0-2, that's fouled off again. And make sure that the chat is clean, too. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to left field again, but it's foul. We need 1 more subscriber to get to 970, guys. And then that means that we need 30 more to get to 1,000. And we have something really cool that we're doing once we get to 1,000 subscribers. We are going to do a little giveaway. It's also part of the announcement tomorrow. Oops. Did I say something? The 0-2. That's fouled off as well. We have a cool giveaway that we're going to do. The ball's 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Stott. Fly ball hit out to right field. And Sanchez is there and will just make the catch. There's 2 away. Mm. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Tune into the Pats game, and then you'll find out. It'll be right before kickoff. Comes JT Realmuto. First pitch, he pops this one up to shallow left field. Hampson is getting called off by De La Cruz, and De La Cruz gets under it. And he will make the catch, and the inning is over. Phillies go down 1-2-3. We're going to take a very, very quick step off. I will see you guys in just a few moments. Josh Bell will lead things off when we return. Sorry, Jake Berger will lead things off when we return. Okay. Cool. All right, we're back. We are back, guys. We are back. Cool. So Berger, Chisholm Jr., and De La Cruz are coming up. So we head to the top of the fourth. Phillies up 5-0. Nick Castellanos was able to get a 2-run double, and Kyle Schwarber a 3-run homer. All of that happened in the bottom of the second inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. The rain has settled down just a little bit. Aaron Nola will pitch the top of the fourth. Still drizzling a little bit, though. Marlins are 73-68. Jake Berger doubled his first time up. He has 31 homers this season, along with 68 RBI. He's traded from the White Sox to the Marlins. First pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. Definitely puts up some really good power numbers. 0-1 is the count. Nola getting ready to throw pitch number 48 of the evening. Here it comes. And the 0-1, that's on the outside corner for a called strike. And that makes the count 0-2. Nola's 30 years old. Last outing, he ended up getting the loss after allowing 7 earned runs against the Milwaukee Brewers. 0-2 is the count. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Aaron Nola with another strikeout. It's his 5th of the evening. Goes with a changeup that was low and disappeared out of the strike zone. It was a big, big out. And now Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's batting .253 with 16 homers and 43 RBI. He's due up at the plate. 0-for-1 tonight. And he takes that one way outside for a ball. Chisholm wearing his dark blue cleats with a little bit of magenta, I believe. The 1-0. Looked like it was maybe a little bit off the plate, but it's a called strike, and Chisholm Jr. nodding his head no. Or shaking his head no. He had a little bit of a case there. The 1-1 delivery. Just a little bit inside. That makes the count now 2-1. Jazz is 25 years young now from the Bahamas. The 2-1 offering by Nola. Taken all the way for a called strike at the knees. Chisholm went 0-for-3 in Thursday night's game against the Dodgers. And then last night went 0-for-3 against the Phillies. But he did walk. The 2-2 upstairs again. And that makes the count full. Over his last 7 days, he's 7-for-23 with 2 homers and 4 RBI. Only 1 walk, though, and 6 strikeouts. Payoff pitch. Line foul. And the count still remains at 3-2. This season against the Phillies, he's actually 7-for-30 with only 1 homer and 3 RBI. He's also struck out 12 times. He's not really a guy that tends to walk a whole bunch, but when he gets a hold of a baseball, he can make a lot of good contact. 3-2 pitch. Just like that, he hits that one back up the middle for a base hit out towards right center field. Castellanos gets to it. It's a 1-out single. That's hit by Chisholm. Nothing too fancy there with the pitch. The fastball came out a little bit flat. It was left out down the pipe. And Jazz was able to knock that in towards right center field. Still one out, and Brian De La Cruz is due up. He's playing out in left field. One out, and a runner over at first. The pitch, low for ball one. Phillies will play Brian De La Cruz towards, they're going to play him the pole. The infielders from third and shortstop and second are all playing pretty back. The 1-1 swing and a miss. But it is a double play defense, if you will. One ball and one strike to De La Cruz. The 1-1, a fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike two. I'm surprised that De La Cruz took that one all the way, but Nola was able to throw a good pitch. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Nola and Realmuto communicating with one another. From the mound to the plate, the throw back to first. Nope. Chisholm Jr. slides back in there, or dives back in there safely. So it's still a 1-2 count. Aaron Nola at home this season. You know, we talked a lot about how he does with runners in scoring position and the stats. The stat difference between runners in scoring position and guys with no guys on base. The 1-2, grounder hit over to third. The flip over the second. There's one. The throw to first in time for a 5-4-3 double play. Was just going to mention that at home he has a 3.17 ERA, and he's 6-3 with 83 strikeouts in 76 innings. On the road, he has a 5.6 ERA with a 6-6 record. And he gets out of the inning with an around-the-horn double play. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies up 5-0 against the Fish. Probably shouldn't have said that there, but that's all right. I will cut that. Possibly. Cool. All right. I got to take another quick step off. I will be right back in just a few moments. See you soon. Don't go anywhere. Please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. One more subscriber to get to 970. All right. See you soon. All right. Okay, we go to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies do lead it 5-zip. Game started at 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time. Supposed to start at 6:05. First pitch to Marsh. It's fouled back. Brandon is 1 for 1. He singled in the second and scored a run. It was one of the runs on the 2-run double hit by Castellanos. And he takes the 0-1 down low as Cueto is out there for his fourth frame on the mound. Nola has been winning the rubber match so far. Cueto just had a big hiccup in that second. 0-1-1, a changeup on the inside corner. Coming in at 87 miles per hour. Marsh is 0 for 4 lifetime against Johnny Cueto coming into today. The 2-1. It's in there for a strike. I'm shocked that they've been able to leave him in for this long. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Well, Johnny Cueto, as he's able to strike out Marsh there, he's retired the last 5 batters that he's faced. Pitched a clean 3rd inning for the most part. Was able to get a 1-2-3 3rd inning. And he just strikes out Brandon Marsh. Comes Nick Castellanos, and he takes that pitch on a 4-seamer at 91. Not too much velocity on the fastballs. The ball's 1 strike, the kick, and the delivery. Low and outside. Castellanos was able to knock in his 86th and 87th run, batted in his last at-bat. The 1-1 popped up, hit over towards the first base side, and it's foul, and Arias runs out of room. So 1-2 is the count. Castellanos, well, this is the first time that he's hitting 8th in quite some time. The 1-2 pitch, fouled off. According to Ahan Rungta, the last time that Castellanos started and was lower than 6th in the order was in 2017 for the Tigers. And the last time he started and was in the bottom 2 of the order was in 2015 for the Tigers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cueto gets set, winds up, delivers the pitch. Fouled off again and spoiled by Castellanos. Besides the 50-pitch 2nd inning, pitched 15 in the 1st, 11 in the 3rd, and so far 10 here in the 4th. The 1-2, line drive into center field over the head of the second baseman, and Nick Castellanos has a single and a double in the bottom of the 4th inning and is able to get on with a 1-out single. And that pitch was more, let's say, towards the inside part of the plate. And Nick did a good job at keeping his head down and getting the barrel to come in more towards the left side of the batter's box. Jake Cave is due up. Takes that pitch inside and low. He worked an 0-2 count his last time up and was able to get on with a walk. And that set the table for a Kyle Schwarber 3-run blast. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. Cave is 3 for 8 lifetime against Cueto with 2 doubles and an RBI. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss again. Just took a look at the scoreboard. The Orioles lead it 9-6 at Fenway Park. A high-scoring game between 2 AL East rivals. The 1-2. Low and outside again for ball 2. Tigers are playing against one of their rivals, the Chicago White Sox, and lead at 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. At Great American, out in Detroit. The pitch, swing and a miss, as Jake Cave went around, says Nate Tomlinson over at 3rd, and Cave will strike out. I'll head back to the Phillies dugout. And that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber for the 3rd time today. And Johnny Cueto, his night is going to be done as Skip Schumacher goes out there, gives him a little pat on the back, and takes the baseball from him. We have a pitching change here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber is due up. I literally almost said Great American Ballpark for Detroit. It's Comerica. All right, guys. Hit the thumbs up button. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. All right, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. All right. So tonight, all right, let's talk a little bit of football, guys, because can't lie, tomorrow is a really big day. So I want to hear, okay, what your favorite thing traditionally about opening weekend for the NFL is, okay? Actually, wait, let me rephrase that question. I'm sorry. Okay. What are you looking forward to this football season? Simple as that. What are you looking forward to this season, okay? Comment down below and let me know. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's announcement. And I think that you all should tune in because I think a lot of you will be very excited about it as well. That's all I got to say. But what are you looking forward to this NFL season? Comment down below, and I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Are you looking forward to just like the end of baseball and the beginning of football, that aspect? Because I love that too. So that's what I want to know. What are you looking forward to this season? All right, Snowman, cool. Thanks for dropping that down below, man. Appreciate it. Plus, like, drop your link, too, because I want people to tune in to you. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Jason Joseph, and we've been doing this for 8 months, 8.5 months, guys. What are you looking forward to with the NFL season and Week 1 officially? I mean, it's not really officially, but Week 1 really starting tomorrow. First pitch to Schwarber. It's taken for a called strike at the knees. DeJesus is on the mound. 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike. Cueto is still responsible for the runner at first. And the 0-1, that's inside and low for ball 1. Emmanuel DeJesus making his Major League debut tonight in a Marlins uniform. Schwarber's 1 for 1. Had a 3-run blast his last time up. The 1-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. He's 26 years old. Stands at 6'3". The 1-2 inside. It gets past Jacob Stallings. And the runner will go over to second base. That was way inside. DeJesus went 5-5 in the minors this season with a 4.86 ERA in 17 games started. The 2-2, laid off by Schwarber. Goes with the cutter at 80. So Castellanos was the one that advanced over the second base on the wild pitch. The count is full to Schwarber. This is his first MLB season. He's actually 26 years old from Valencia, Venezuela. 3-2, that's line foul. I said he was 26. Marlins selected him. They selected this contract on September 8th. Played for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. He was also on the injured list earlier in the season. Didn't come back till later. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch. Grounder that is just fair down the first base line. Arias has it, though. Flips it over to De Jesus, and the inning comes to an end. So, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We head to the top of the 5th. Phillies up 5-zip. Okay. Brian Looper says, how about how good or bad will Aaron Rodgers be? Okay, that's an interesting storyline. I am looking forward to seeing how the Jets do this season. Are they going to be a top team? Are they going to be a team to be reckoned with, or are they? Do they have really good individual talent, and will they be able to put it all together, or will they not? Don't know. That's the question. What else are you guys looking forward to with the football season? Comment down below. All right, I want to hear your thoughts on the NFL, because tomorrow is a big day. And because we do baseball 162 pretty much for the most part, I want to indulge in these conversations, guys. That's what I want. So comment down below what you're looking forward to in the NFL season, or are you not a football fan? Be honest, okay? We have these conversations for you guys because I want you guys to get involved, because that's what makes this type of broadcasting so unique. Traditional broadcasting can't do this, guys. But that's what we're doing, and we're taking this to a brand new level. I am looking forward to seeing how the AFC East plays out. I'm also interested to see on how healthy Lamar Jackson's going to be this season. Okay? Because that is always a big question. Don't know. Will Joe Burrow live up to that big contract that he played out, that he just signed? Those are all questions, and I'm looking forward to each and every one of those types of things. Who's going back to the Super Bowl? Here we go. First pitch to start off the top of the 5th. That's taken for a strike to Jesus Sanchez. So Aaron Nola with 61 pitches so far. 0-1 is the count. Nola kicks, fires, and that's up high for a ball. The regular season getting underway is like Christmas morning. Yes, sir. How good are the Vikings going to be this year with JJ and Adam Thielen and everybody else that they have on that squad? How good is Anthony Richardson going to be? The 1-1, that's outside for ball 2. All good questions, guys. Will Breece Hall stay healthy? How's Dalvin Cook's going to look in his new uniform? 2-1. That's taken for a strike. I am actually looking forward to the ceremony tomorrow of seeing Tom Brady being honored at Gillette Stadium. I think that's going to be really wild to see. And the fact that they're taking on the Eagles, that makes it even more powerful. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And Aaron Nola with 6 strikeouts in 4 1/3 of an inning. Will Sean Payton be able to fix the Denver Broncos? There's a question I have for you guys. How do you guys feel about that? 1 out, nobody on. In the top of the 5th, the pitch. It's taken for a strike right down the pipe. So it's Garrett Hampson who's up at the plate. Nobody on. 1 out in the top of the 5th. The count is 0-1. Nola gets set above the letters. Winds up. Kicks. Fires the 0-1. Taken for a strike. A changeup at 86. Phillies lead at 5-0. Nola has only allowed 2 hits so far. Which good team will be bad and which bad team will be good? Answer that question for me, Larry. I want to hear what your predictions are in regards to that. The balls and 2 strikes, and the 0-2 delivery off the plate for ball 1. I am curious to see how Denver does. I don't know. Do you consider Denver to be a good team? Or are they considered to be a bad team? The 1-2. Chopped foul again. Is Geno Smith a one-year wonder after what he did last season with Pete Carroll? Or is Pete Carroll just a great head coach? Can Tua actually stay healthy, says Brian Looper. It's another one. 1-2 pitch. That's just fouled back towards the screen. If you just subscribed to my channel, shout yourself out. We got to 970, guys. Woo! Thank you so much for the subscription. Comment who you are down below if you want to get a shout out. The 1-2 delivery, fly ball hit out to left field, and that ball's not coming back. It just goes over the garden bed out into left field. And Aaron Nola allows a solo home run to Garrett Hampson. And the Marlins are on the board. It's 5-1 Phillies. Just a hanger left out towards the center of the plate. And Hampson is able to hit a solo blast. Of course, we just lost a subscriber. Of course. But that could also just be the thing, just doing it. Frank Rizzo, man, what's going on? We do Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, and Patriots games. Xavier Edwards is up at the plate. However, we have a special announcement coming up tomorrow, guys. Better be there for the Patriots Eagles game. The 0-1 off the plate. That's a changeup at 85 miles per hour. Is Brock Purdy a one-year wonder, says Snowman Multimedia? It's a good question. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep right field. That's going back, and the hit's just off the top of the wall. Edwards will go into second base. The throw by Castellanos. That's off the line. And thank goodness that the rail was there, because that would have been back-to-back solo homers allowed by Aaron Nola. And it seems like now starting to lose a little bit of his command. So a one-out double to Xavier Edwards. Just hit off the very top of the rail on the Independence Blue Cross sign. That subscriber is not coming back. That was really funny. The pitch. That's a knuckle curve at the knees for a strike. He or she is long gone. That got me. That was really funny. Seriously, Larry, with comment of the year. That's funny. The 0-1, the Stallings line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. One run's going to come in to score. It'll be Edwards, and now Aaron Nola has allowed 2 runs in the top of the 5th. It's been 3 extra base hits in a row. And now you have to get somebody loosened up in the bullpen if you're Rob Thompson. That curveball, or that changeup, was supposed to be down, and it was up a little bit. And again, this has been the whole story about Aaron Nola. When it comes to just, you know, either in the 5th inning or just that 1 inning, he'll have a bad inning where he just doesn't know where to place the pitches and just does not execute. That's why Caleb Cotham is going out there to talk to him. Nobody is warming up in the pen just yet that I see. But Rob has to get somebody loose. Very good question, Snowman. Small sample size so far. You should be a comedian. Bold Super Bowl prediction, Chargers versus Cowboys. That's funny. You're not being serious, are you? That was sarcasm, was it? That's crazy. If that actually is, like, that's actually really crazy. That is a bold prediction. Caleb Cotham had a little talk with Aaron Nola on the mound. So he heads back towards the dugout. So there's still one out. Luis Ariz is up. The first pitch, a four-seamer. That's a called strike at 92 miles per hour. Ariz, his average is now at 349. He was hitting close to 400 a little bit ago. No balls, one strike. And the pitch. Fly ball it out to left field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Stallings doesn't run too fast, and he will just go over to third. And now the tying run is coming up. I mean, you sound like a broken record for saying you had to get somebody loosened up, and here comes Caleb Cotham to the phones, and that's what they're going to do. So now Josh Bell is coming up. 18 pitches in this fifth inning for Aaron Nola. And Jeff Hoffman is getting loosened up. He'll most likely face Jake Burker, I assume. Because they'll try to go with a righty on righty. The tying run's up at the plate. Runners are at the corners. There's one out in the top of the fifth. 2 runs have been scored by the Fish in this top of the fifth so far. First pitch by Nola. He's behind in the count as Bell takes a slider that's low. Bell was struck out and lined out tonight. Nola was cruising along in the first 4 innings, 4 1/3, I should say, and has allowed 4 hits in a row. The 1-0, chopped foul towards the first base side. Stallings at third, Ariz at first base. I'll get to your question in just a second, Frank. Trust me. I definitely will. 80 pitches for Nola. And the 1-1 delivery coming up. Here it is. Swing and a miss. That fastball was way outside, and Bell was acting like a Marlin as he fished after that one. With no runners on base, Aaron Nola has 125 strikeouts and has faced 428 batters. But with runners on, hitters are hitting .284 against him with 12 homers and 65 RBI. The 1-2 delivery, line drive, foul down the left field side. One ball, 2 strikes to Josh Bell. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Bell calls for time. One ball, 2 strikes to Bell. And the next pitch, just inside. It was a good thought by Nola. He tried to ring him up on the inside corner, but it barely missed. And now the count is even at 2-2. The good news is that batters are hitting .113 when the count is 2-2 against Aaron Nola. The pitch. Line drive into right center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the wall. Marsh has it, though. Stallings jogs on in to score. Going into second is Bell. And stopping at third is Arise. It's an RBI double allowed by Aaron Nola. And Josh Bell is able to get a big base hit. I don't know why he decided to go outside. He was staying inside throughout most of the at-bat, and, Bell has been struggling when the pitches are inside, so the fact that you just left that one out wasn't a good move. Rob Thompson will pull the plug, and he's seen enough. And Nola's still responsible for the runners over at second and third. And there's one out still in the top of the fifth. It's been a long game so far. We have a pitch and change. We were Walker and Sanchez in the postseason. I got you, man. All right. What's the reason you're not an Eagles fan? Just out of curiosity. I don't hate the Eagles, okay? The whole story is that I just got into the NFL later in life, man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. John, man, I know that I know that you mean well, man, but just try to keep the chat clean. You know what I'm saying? That is part of the rules because we are here for everybody. Like we're a family, so definitely, just try to keep the chat clean. You know what I'm saying? I understand it doesn't sit well with you, but we can't be cursing on here, man. We can't. So I just wanted to let you know that. But man, I'm happy that you're on here. I understand. I totally get it. I don't hate the Eagles, guys. But I will tell you, if you come on tomorrow, okay, you will hear something very interesting. Okay? I just want to let you know. I don't hate the Eagles. I just didn't get into them when I was really young, and I got into the Pats when I was a junior in high school. I went to an event. I was late. I was supposed to watch the Eagles game, and the friend that was there was like, you know what, we're going to just sit you down on this couch, and you're just going to watch whatever game is on. And it happened to be the Patriots game, and shame on them because they made me into a Pats fan. And that was during the dynasty. Okay, whatever. But that doesn't mean I'm a bandwagon fan because I'm still supporting them right now. And they are not. They have a lot of question marks on offense, guys. No. I understand. That was clean relative to what I really said. No, I'm totally with you, man. I'm totally with you. I just know that we do have like young people that tune in on here, and I just want to keep it PG, But I got you. I got you, man. All right, Jeff Hoffman on the mound for the Phillies. He'll face Jake Berger. First pitch, that is a screamer that's hit out to left field, but thank goodness it's just foul. One with a fastball right down the middle, and Berger was ready for it just a little bit early, though. Wow, that's interesting. So Berger is 1 for 2. He doubled in the first. 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-1 swing and a miss. That slider was in the dirt. Nola with 84 pitches allowed he allowed all 3 runs in this 5th inning. He had 6 strikeouts. Really just through the first 4 innings. Only had 2 hits that he allowed. And then the domino effect happened. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. And the 0-2 fly ball hit out to left field. It's carrying, going back towards the track. It'll stay in the yard, though, and Cave is there to just make the catch. Arise tags, and he'll come in to score. It's an RBI sacrifice fly. And what was a 5-0 lead for the Phillies is cut to 1. It's now 5-4. Well, we'll take just 1 run allowed over 3. Tying run is over at second, and the go-ahead run is up at the plate. It's 8:09 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're only in the top of the 5th inning. A runner over at second. Hoffman looks back to second. Now back to the plate. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is up, and he takes that one away outside. It's just a shame because, you expected Aaron Nola to be that number 2 guy this season. And you thought early on, well, he's getting used to the pitch clock and that type of thing, but it's just been a consistent narrative over and over again that he just struggles when guys are in runners in scoring position. The 1-0, that's taken for a strike. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Bell leads off at second. Hoffman looks back at second. Now back to the plate, the 1-1, swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-2. Phillies are 41-27 at the bank this season. They did lose last night, though, in the series opener. Well, the opener in this final series, I should say. The 1-2 in the dirt, a splitter at 90 miles per hour. So Jeff Hoffman, like I said, is in there for Aaron Nola. Two and 2 is the count. With 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Hoffman's 30 years old with a 2.44 ERA. The 2-2, it's in the dirt and it gets away from JT. It's a 3-2 count. Bell goes over to third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Hoffman from Latham, New York. His last outing, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, and had 2 strikeouts in San Diego. It was on Wednesday. Big pitch coming up here. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Chisholm Jr. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He goes with a splitter in the dirt. And Chisholm Jr. chases after it and gets fooled. However, we go to the bottom of the 5th, but the Marlins get 4 runs thanks to a solo homer by Garrett Hampson, an RBI double by Jacob Stallings, another RBI double by Josh Bell, and a sac fly by Jake Berger. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Do the Phillies have a response? We got some work to do, that's for sure. Reminds me of the game we were up 8-1 and lost. It reminds me of the game that we were up 5-0 in the very beginning of the season against the Texas Rangers, first day. And Nola was pitching, and we lost. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Algo people, do your thing. Promote the channel. Get people to come on here. And let's do it, guys. Cheers. Hoffman may be the 8th inning guy. I don't think that there's... I'll be honest with you. Like, now... As weird as this is to say, guys, the 8th inning, the 9th inning role for Rob Thompson has changed because the 9th inning guy could be pitching in the 7th because we've seen Rob, especially in last year's postseason, go with a guy like Jose Alvarado when the meat of the order's due up. You know? And that's what happened, and that's why you had Alvarez with the lefty on lefty tried to go with that sort of a matchup, and it didn't work. There have been times, though, where it has worked, but I bring that up because Jeff Hoffman, if he's the quote-unquote 8th inning guy, maybe he'll come in. Maybe he will come in to pitch the 8th inning, but maybe that means that he'll face the bottom of the order in, like, the 7th inning, and that is quote-unquote the 8th inning guy. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. More or less, I mean. Yes. Trey Turner will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. He walked in the 2nd inning. Phillies lead at 5-4. The 1-0, low and inside for ball 2. It's only a 5-4 game, but the Phillies have been putting up a lot of good at-bats, and there have been a couple of pitching changes for both teams so far. 2 balls, no strikes. De Jesus out there for his 2nd inning of work. And the pitch, way outside for ball 3. A high leverage guy. Okay, that is a better term, and that's probably a term that we can agree on. Yes. Turner homered in last night's game. The 3-0 up high for ball 4. So Turner has not extended his hitting streak at home to 20 just yet. However, he does extend an on-base streak for 20 home games in a row. As he walks over to first, he also, well, that call was overturned. Bryce Harper due up. First pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup at 86 miles per hour. That was right down the middle. Absolutely. Let's talk more about the NFL tomorrow, guys. What game are you excited to see, besides for your favorite team? Okay. What else? What other game are you looking forward to? Throw back to first. That's not in time. Who's a sleeper? Okay. Who did you guys draft in your fantasy football team? Or who's your favorite pick from your fantasy football teams? The 0-1 pitch. Line drive into right center field for a base hit. Sanchez gets to it, and Trey Turner stops at second, and Bryce Harper is able to get on at first base. Back-to-back base runners, and the Phillies are looking to get something cooking. Next batter up is Alec Boehm. Can he join the party? DeJesus with 13 pitches. He came on to face Kyle Schwarber to end the bottom of the 4th. Boehm flied out and grounded out. His average has dropped a little bit, and it's now at 277. But he's been their best hitter with runners in scoring position this season. First pitch he sees. Fly ball. It's fouled, though, towards the right field side. Bryson Stott waits in the on-deck circle. The DH really has changed a lot of things in regards to baseball. 0-1 is the count to Boehm. The pitch. Another foul ball hit the opposite way. Boehm, as I mentioned, has been the best hitter on the Phillies with runners in scoring position. To back that up, he's actually batting .359 with 64 RBI. Turner leads off at second. Over at first is Harper. 2 former Nationals on the bases. The 0-2 to Boehm. Inside and high, and Stallings looked back over to first. He almost thought about throwing it to try to get Harper, but he got back in there without a throw. 1-2 is the count. DeJesus looks back at second, now back to the plate. The pitch, swing and a miss on a cutter in the dirt and inside. Good pitch thrown by DeJesus, and Boehm bought it. Bought into it, and he'll head back to the dugout. We have a gold bell tonight with blue and red on the inside part of the bell. Now Bryson Stott is coming up. It's not what you wanted from Alec Boehm in that at-bat, but hopefully Bryson Stott will be able to pick this up because the Phillies definitely could use some insurance runs here. More importantly, they can get more. First pitch to Stott. Inside, and it hits him. It ends up getting him right on the jersey in the belly area, and that's going to load the bases. Rob Thompson heading upstairs. Ends up getting Stott. He did not walk out of the dugout yet to check up on him. Let's see where it hit him. Just got him on the left abdomen. Ooh, boy. The trainer is out there to see if Stott is all right. I don't see Rob Thompson going out there, though. Usually when the trainer is out there, Rob Thompson likes to... There he is. Okay, now he comes into the picture. And there's time called on the mound, too, as Mel Stottlemyre wants to have a conversation with his pitcher. So JT, in most likely one of the biggest at-bats of the season for himself, is up at the plate. And it's against his former team, oh, by the way. If you just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below, and I'll give you a proper shout-out, man. Thanks for coming on here and subscribing to Play-by-Play with JJ. Give you a proper introduction, too. All right, so Stott seems... he's still having a conversation with the trainer, and Rob Thompson's right there, too. As well as the bat boy. And Figueroa as well. He will stay in the game. Thompson and the trainer will head back to the Phillies dugout. And we play on. And now the bat boy goes back there too. I mean, that pitch was coming at him pretty fast. It was coming in at, 95 miles per hour? Oof, it just got him right in the stomach on that left side. Towards the, not too far from the hip area. All right, JT is up. Infield playing on a double play defense. First pitch to JT Realmuto. It's a cutter right down the pipe. Taken all the way for a called strike. JT with the bases loaded this season, hitting he's hitting 154, but he's 2 for 13. The 0-1, swing and a miss. That pitch was in the dirt. And he went after the changeup and got fooled. Stott is at first, Harper's at second, and Turner is 90 feet away at third. Marsh waits in the on-deck circle. No balls, 2 strikes. De Jesus kicks, fires, and JT takes it just low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's the count. Big spot here for the Phillies. They had a 5-0 lead. The Marlins scored 5 runs, though, in the top of the 5th. The 1-2. Low again and inside. And the count is 2-2. NFL reality check. What's up, man? Thanks for coming on here. JJ, what's good, bro? Hope all is well, my friend. Did you just subscribe to the channel? Were you the person that just did that? Let me know down below. So then I'll give you a proper shout out. The 2-2 to JT. Swinging a line drive. It's foul towards the left field side, and it goes into the stands. So De Jesus with 23 pitches. As I mentioned before, he was able to get Kyle Schwarber to ground out to first to end the bottom of the 4th. JT has really struggled at home. He's hitting 197 with 5 homers and 26 RBI. And on the road, he's batting .309. The 2-2 pitch popped up. Hit out towards the first base side in foul territory. Arias gets under it, and he just makes the catch. Open-handed. And JT not happy with himself, and there's 2 outs. Wow. That was a big blow there from JT, and he is not happy with himself as he puts the helmet back on the rack. And that's going to leave things up to Brandon Marsh. Phillies really need to try to get some more runs here because that can come back to bite you. And the Marlins can turn into sharks when that happens. Marsh takes a strike at 95 miles per hour on the outside corner, and he's already behind in the count 0-1. With the bases loaded, he's 5 for 12. The ball's 1 strike, 2 outs. The 0-1 to Marsh, up high and outside for ball 1. Oh, it's AK, man. What's going on, dude? You changed your brand? Okay, man. Thanks for coming on here, man. Shout out to the Hardcore Sports Network. Bases loaded for the Phillies. It's 1-1 to Brandon Marsh, who's 1 for 2 tonight. The 1-1 pitch, fly ball hit out to right field. That's going to go all the way towards the wall. Turner comes in to score. Harper rounding his horses at third. Oh, come into. And just like that, Bryson Stott will slide into home plate without a throw. And Brandon Marsh gets a bases clearing double. And the Phillies get some insurance and lead it 8-4. That was on a hanging changeup. And Larry, to answer your question, no. You gotta leave Marsh in. And the Phillies are up 8-4 and now extend their lead. Castellanos comes up, batting in the 8th spot. First pitch, swing and a miss. Nick is technically on cycle watch. He has a double and a single. Just needs to get the 2 hardest hits in baseball. The 0-1 to Castellanos upstairs for ball 1. That was probably the best swing that Marsh has had all season. That was a really clutch. That was a big clutch hit right there. The 1-1 offering inside and in the dirt. Punch, counter punch for the Phillies. Marsh leads off at second. It's been a long 5th inning. The 2-1 pitch, it's popped up over towards the first base side in foul territory. Arias just has room and he'll make the catch. And the inning comes to an end. Brandon Marsh comes through, though, with 2 outs and gets a bases clearing double. And the Phillies lead it 8-4 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. All right, cool, man. Do you pinch hit a righty here? What's up, Lumball? Lumball McLovin. There we go. Heck of a job by Marshy. And Larry says that was the correct answer. P.S. Go Phillies. NFL Reality Check says, well, great work, man. Love what you're doing on here. Just stopped in to show you some support. Have a good weekend, man. Man, guys, please go check out NFL Reality Check. If you're still on here, dude, please drop your link down below in the description. And, guys, go subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network. We love our partnership with them. They've been doing some really awesome stuff. Shout out to Mitch Kofsky. Shout out to Philly Halftime. Shout out to NFL Reality Check and everybody else that's a part. I did. Thank you for calling me out on that, Larry. I appreciate you doing that because you got to hold me accountable too. I'm happy you put that up because that was just like, do you pinch hit March right here, okay? I'm happy that you picked that up because that was an obvious thing. And that was an obvious thing that I shouldn't have said. So I'm happy that you did that. I'm really proud that you picked that up. Good job on your part. Yes. I can't technically say cycle watch until you get a triple or a homer. You know? Has to be a single, a double, and a homer. Or a single, double, and a triple. That's correct. Appreciate you, sir. God bless. God bless. Yes, man. God bless you too, man. Yes. Guys, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. This game is 2 hours old, and we're going to the top of the 6th inning. Wow. What a game. That Brandon Marsh call was, I think that was honestly one of my best calls. That was really good. Comes Jeff Hoffman, who'll pitch the top of the 6th. First pitch, it's low for a ball to Brian De La Cruz. Hoffman was able to come in for Aaron Nola. And he'll pitch the 6th inning too. The 1-0, swing and a miss. And that will make the count 1-1. 28 more subscribers till we get to the 1,000 mark, guys. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here, man. Hoffman gets set just at the belt. Kicks, fires, and it's inside. Take a look at the scoreboards. The out-of-town scores, that is. Dodgers and Nationals just got started. It's 1-1 as they go to the top of the second. 2-1. Grounder hit sharply over to third. Bohm has it, though. Throws on the run to first, and it's in time. Alec Bohm with a nice play at third base. Just threw a cannon over to first and was able to just get De La Cruz out. It was a high bouncer, too, and De La Cruz was really hustling, and Bohm, it didn't even have to hit the ground. He just threw a perfect strike. It was a straight line over to first. And now Jesus Sanchez is up. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and the strikeout. And he takes the first pitch at 98 on the gun at the knees. Lots of gas on that pitch. Sanchez hit a 2-run pinch hit homer last night, and he slices this one foul. Orioles, speaking of another high-scoring game, the Orioles are up 12-9 at Boston, but the Red Sox have the bases loaded with 2 outs. The 0-2, low for ball 1. White Sox are down 3-1 against the Tigers. The Reds are losing 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. That's big for the Phillies, too. A's and Rangers are in the bottom of the 5th. No score so far. The 1-2 on the way. It's outside. Padres, they lead at 4-1 in Houston in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Pirates are beating the Braves 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th as well. Those are the games going on right now. The 2-2 to Sanchez. A splitter that swung on and missed. And Jeff Hoffman gets his second strikeout of the evening. That pitch just sailed outside of the zone. And there's 2 away. And here's Garrett Hampson, who started off that little 4-run rally in that top of the 5th with a solo homer off of Aaron Nola. The pitch. It's a 98-mile-per-hour heater taken right down Broad Street for a called strike. Brewers beat the Yankees today 9-2 in the Bronx. Twins won at Target Field against the Mets by a score of 8-4. The 0-1 swing and a miss. He went around, says Sean Barber, home plate umpire. Diamondbacks won in extra innings and beat the Cubs 3-2 today. Royals lost to the Blue Jays 5-1, and the Rays won against the Mariners 7-5. Cameron, what's up, man? Thanks for coming on here. Rising Rhino Raid. Yes. The ball is 2 strikes. Hoffman gets set at the belt, winds up, delivers the pitch. Fly ball hit out to right field. It's slicing into foul territory, and it'll go foul. Definitely need the bullpen to be sharp tonight. Lots of question marks in the month of September for the Phillies bullpen. The ball's 2 strikes and the 0-2 delivery. Off the plate. A slider that just misses at 88. The 1-2. Fly ball it out to right field. It's a fair ball. Castellanos gets to it at the corner. The throw over to second will be cut off by Bryson Stott. There's an opposite field 2-out single. It goes the opposite way by Garrett Hampson. He just continues to hit the baseball pretty well tonight. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Novi Marte, who's the Reds' third baseman, actually just got a facial cut. He was hit on the face by a throw by Ellie De La Cruz and ended up leaving the game before the game started. He ended up not playing because of that. JJ joined Rising Rhino Raids. I can't do that while I'm streaming, especially when I'm doing full play-by-play for baseball. The pitch, that's down low for a ball. It's a little bit different. During halftime, we can do it, but we don't have a halftime in baseball. But for football, we'll try to do it. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0, a strike at the knees at 97 on the gun. Tyrone Taylor also just hit a big home run. Today, he's the number 9 prospect, according to MLB.com. The 1-1, foul ball. Gregory Soto is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. Again, tonight is Cancer Appreciation for the Phillies. Cancer Awareness Night, excuse me. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out to center field, dead center that is. Marsh tracks it down. Stops, waits for it, and will make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Head to the bottom of the 6th. 9-1-2 due up for the Fightins when we return. There we go. All right, we're back on here. Braves fan JVR. You new to the channel, man. What's going on, man? How you doing? Rhino Raid. What's going on? Oh, man. We have people coming in from Rising Rhino. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Another solid outing for Jeff Hoffman. Rising Rhinos in the house. Let's go. We love you all. You know, every time I used to do choir, guys, when I was in high school, during Christmas, right? Like, we would be caroling in the hallways, and we would always stop in, like, the guidance counselor's office. We go to the front office, and we would just start singing, you know, some of these carols, and we would just raid in on what they were doing. And just, it was always such a nice thing. And what I mean by that, and just to tie it all back together, is Rising Rhinos family, man. We love you all. We love each and every one of you, man. And I really appreciate you all for being on here. Shout out to Rhino. Shout out to Linda. Shout out to AAU. Yes, you, AAU. Oh, man, I crack myself up sometimes. That's not a good thing, and it is a good thing. One more subscriber till we get to 975, guys. We are 3/4 after the 900 mark of getting to the 1,000 mark. That's so exciting. BTS Dance Studio, what is up? Sorry I'm late. What's up, JJ? Go Bird Gang. You're a part of the Rhino Raid now, too. Yes. And whoever just subscribed, comment who you are down below so that way I can give you a proper shout-out. We're in the bottom of the 6th, guys. Phillies lead at 8-4. Jay Cave is up at the plate. First pitch by DeJesus. It's a called strike at the knees at 78 miles per hour. So the Phillies lead at 8-4. They were able to manufacture 5 runs in the bottom of the 2nd on a 2-run double by Nick Castellanos and a 3-run blast by Kyle Schwarber. The 0-1 grounder fouled towards the first base side, and that 5th inning was absolutely long. Aaron Nola was doing so well, and then he allowed 4 runs. A solo homer to Garrett Hampson, an RBI double to Jacob Stallings, and another RBI double hit by Josh Bell, and a sac fly to Jake Berger. The 0-2 to Cave. He lays that one off. And the Phillies were able to get 3 runs back in the bottom of the 5th on a bases-clearing double by Brandon Marsh. Nice beard like Santa Claus. Oh, dude, you should see it like, like lumberjack style, guys. Card crazed, man. What's going on? Vegan VR King. Rhino Raid is still there. Aw, we love you all. Oh, man, the pitch. That's fouled off. So, guys, how's the football game going so far? Jacqueline's on here. Jacqueline with a Q. Hello. How are you? 1-2 is the count to Cave. The pitch. Just a hair outside. Good eye by Cave. Yes, sir. Football Sunday tomorrow. We have a big announcement. We can't announce it just yet, but make sure that you guys tune in. That's what I'm going to say. 2-2 to Cave. He takes that one low, and what was a 0-2 count is now a full count to Jay Cave. That's the second time that that's happened today. Last time he did that, he set up a opportunity for Kyle Schwarber to hit a 3-run homer off of Johnny Cueto, and that's what happened. 37 pitches for De Jesus, who's still on the mound for the Marlins. Came on in relief for Johnny Cueto. Payoff pitch. Swinging a grounder, hit over towards the first base side. Arias has it, and he'll just go over to the bag, and he wins the race himself. And Cave is retired. It was a fastball. That was right down the middle. It was just hit over to first. I love each and every one of you. Larry is here. Larry's been here. St. Nick was Phillies radio guy in his early days. Yes. First pitch to Schwarber. He lays that one off. It's a slider at 79. And it falls into the dirt. 8:42 p.m. Eastern Time. This game is 2 hours and 22 minutes old. The pitch just fouled off. Supposed to start at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time, but Mother Nature had something else to say about that. The 1-1 fly ball hit out to left field. It's going back towards the track, and it's just foul. Stays in the yard, but it was just foul. And Schwarber, who does not usually go the opposite way, was actually really shocked, and it took him a second to just look and see where the ball was. And he was like, oh, shoot, if this drops, I got to go. Probably could have been just a long single. Vegan VR King, thanks for coming on here, man. Yes, we love baseball. That's why we do play-by-play for Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football, guys. 1-2 is the count to Kyle Schwarber, the former Boston Red Sox, Washington National, and Chicago Cub. De Jesus kicks, fires, and that pitch is fouled off again. Kyle has really put up some great at-bats tonight. Just battling off of pitches. In the at-bat where he hit the home run on the payoff pitch. Put up a long at-bat right there. 1-2 is the count. De Jesus gets set at the letters, winds up, delivers inside for ball 2. If you are new to the channel, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons, guys. The 30-year-old at the plate takes the next pitch outside for ball 3. Just hit his 241st career home run in his last at-bat. Time is called really quickly. And now a conversation will be had on the mound. Phillies have hit homers in 20 of their last 21 games. That's the first time that that's happened since September 7th, all the way to September 28th. of 2008. Harper's in the hole. Turner's in the on-deck circle. There's one out. The bases are empty in the bottom of the 6th inning. BTS Dance Studio also just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. The payoff pitch to Schwarber. And it's a strike 3 called right at the knees. As he gets caught looking at a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. And De Jesus is able to win the battle for the 2nd time tonight against Kyle Schwarber. Nothing too fancy with the fastball. And now Trey is coming up. First pitch to Turner, swing and a miss. On a changeup at 87. He's walked twice and also scored a run. No balls, 1 strike to Turner. The pitch, line drive into center field, and making the diving catch is Chisholm Jr. as he takes away a base hit by Trey Turner. And he's still not, as of yet, is able to extend his hitting streak. And he is bummed. We head to the top of the 7th. Phillies lead it 8-4 against the Marlins. After his last at-bat, Schwarber gets a pass. Actually, I lied. Scratch that. It was the at-bat before. So, because that's the 2nd time he's faced. What's his name? Now I'm blanking out. Oh, boy. Sip of water. All right. Guys. If you are new to the channel, what we do in the top of the 7th inning is we ask a Phillies trivia question. All right, so it is time for Phillies trivia, guys. So if you are new and if you don't know what happens, okay, I ask you a Phillies trivia question, okay? We reveal the answers in the bottom of the 7th inning, but you guys can type your answers and should type your answers as we go through the top of the 7th inning. And we go through all your answers in order. If you get the question correct, this is what you'll hear. If you get the question wrong, or not right, or incorrect, you'll hear this. Yes. Okay. So, JJ, what is the Phillies trivia question that you want to ask today? That's a very good question, guys. A very, very, very good question. All right, I want to know, okay, who's the only pitcher, the only Phillies relief pitcher to win the Cy Young Award? That's what I want to know. Here we go. Now JJ's using sounds like me. I've been doing this, man. I've been doing this for a little bit of time. You just haven't heard it because you're not usually on for Phillies trivia. That's what I want to know, though. Comment your answers down below. Okay, so I will repeat the answer. I will repeat the question once again. Who is the only Phillies relief pitcher to win the Cy Young Award? Here's Gregory Soto as we head to the top of the 7th inning. He has a 4.95 earned run average. And this is a big spot for him right here, as he'll have to face 9-1-2 in the lineup for the Marlins. The pitch outside for ball 1 at 99 miles per hour. Soto came over to the Phillies in free agency. It's traded along with Cody Clements. Haven't seen that name in a little bit of time. The 1-0 inside and low for ball 2. It was a trade for Matt Vierling and Nick Maton. Jacob Stallings had an RBI double back in the 5th. Also homered in last night's game. The 2-0, strike called on the inside corner at 98 miles per hour. The 2-1, fouled back. Red Sox not going down without a fight. They have the tying run up in the bottom of the 8th, and the Orioles lead at 12-9. Orioles have to try to keep that division if they don't want the Rays to win. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Line drive played on the hop, though, by Turner. Gathers himself, throws across the diamond, and Stallings is out. And there's one away. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Play-by-Play with JJ. They're going to sponsors, so that's why we gotta. Sometimes I love to just do that. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. We try to have fun on here, guys. We're a family, okay? And again, make sure you tune in tomorrow afternoon, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? During the Patriots-Eagles game, we have a big announcement coming up. So please make sure that you tune into that, guys. You don't want to miss what's going to happen. First pitch to Arise is taken for a strike. The second pitch, he fouls that one off of his foot, and he is in a lot of pain. The ball actually went back behind the mound, and, man, that just bounced off of his toe. Maybe you hit a couple of toes on that right foot. And the trainer's going out there. Arias is standing, but he's in a bending position. And Skip Schumacher asking if he's okay. Of course, he's in a little bit of is in pain, and that's not going to feel good tomorrow. He will stay in, though, and the trainer and Schumacher head back towards the visitors' dugout. So the count is 0-2. We're in the top of the 7th. The Phillies have an 8-4 lead in Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Phillies and the Fish. 2 big division rivals fighting for a wild card spot. The 0-2 fouled off 100 miles per hour on the gun for Gregory Soto. And that pitch probably jammed Arias. So defensive swing. Arias playing over at first base tonight, not over at second. The 0-2 bouncer hit over to second base. Stott has it, makes the underhanded toss over to first, and Harper catches it for out number 2. So a 4-3 ground out, and Josh Bell has been doing a lot of damage against the Phillies this season. He's coming up to the plate. Orioles were able to get out of that bottom of the 8th inning. So Bell batting on the right side, swings and misses at a fastball right down Broad Street at 99 miles per hour. Lifetime against Soto, he's 1 for 3. 2 outs, bases empty. The 0-1, another swing and a miss. That time the fastball was just a hair outside. And Gregory Soto is firing the gas tonight. Just needs one more to punch out Josh Bell. 12 runs combined for both teams and 15 hits as well. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch upstairs. And it reached triple digits, but it was just way too high. Phillies in their bottom of the 7th inning will have Harper, Bohm, and Stott due up. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Soto strikes out Josh Bell. And we head to the bottom of the 7th, a big 1-2-3 inning. The matchups worked for Rob Thompson, and it is stretch time at Citizens Bank Park. Okay. Nice. All right, guys. Housekeeping stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. Trying to go at a little bit of a lower volume tonight because we do have to save the voice a little bit for tomorrow. But it is a very, 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 very exciting game, guys. So, again, I want to ask the question if you missed it, right? So far, so good, says Larry. Yes, absolutely. So the question again, guys, I'm going to ask it one more time. Who's the only Phillies relief pitcher to win the Cy Young Award? Do 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 do. Okay, now I forget the melody, but that's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go in order. Bedrock Steve Bedrosian. That is correct. Do you remember what year Bedrock Steve Bedrosian won? That's a bonus question. Steve Bedrosian. Can somebody fact check me and let me see if that is Cam Bedrosian's dad? Can you actually fact check me? 1987 says says Snowman. That is correct. Now, do you remember what day he won? No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. Yes, that is correct. Congratulations, Snowman. You won Phillies trivia. Let's go. Nice. Guys, if you're new to the channel, thumbs up. Algo people, do your thing, right? Subscribe to the channel. We need 25 more subscribers to reach the 1,000 mark. And we are going to be doing an interesting giveaway once we get to 1,000, guys. They're standing up for cancer. And you know what? I got to do the same thing. There we go. It's a big night at the ballpark. I have to do that for my family. Not fun. But again, that's what draws sports together, guys. Some man got it with the year. Yeah, you got Larry shocked. It was nice. All right, bottom of the 7th we go. As I mentioned, Harper, Bohm, and Stott will be coming up to the plate. Yes, Cam is his son. Okay, cool. Thank you. I figured it was, but sometimes, it's not always correct. It could be his nephew or whatever. All right, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bryce Harper will be facing DeJesus once again. It's interesting. He's been out there for a little bit of time. He'll have to face Bryce Harper, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Harper wearing his red batting gloves with the blue fingertips. First pitch. Grounder, hit over towards the first base side. Sliding stop by Arias. He flips it over towards DeJesus, and DeJesus is just as able to make it to the bag. It caught me off guard because I was a little shocked that DeJesus was able to fly out as fast as he did from the mound to first base. And a nice play by Arias, who doesn't play first base every single day. Played it on a bounce and made a nice little backhanded play. Slid, turned, and made an underhanded toss to DeJesus. Made it look so easy, as if he's played this whole position his entire life. So a 3-1 ground out. First pitch to Bohm is taken for a strike. A changeup at 86 on the gun. Alec's average has dropped to 276. He's 0 for 3 with a flyout, a ground out, and a strikeout. DeJesus comes set at the letters, winds up, delivers. It's inside. At 94 on the gun. So Emmanuel DeJesus He's making his major league debut for the Marlins tonight. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Oh, boy. He's 26 years old, stands at 6'3", 190 pounds, from Valencia, Venezuela. The 1-2 to Bohm in the dirt for ball 2. Oh, my guy, I already said hi to you. Tell Cam you said hi. I just said hi to Cam. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Outside for ball 3. Jess, what's up, Jess? How you doing, Jess? Thanks for coming on here. Payoff pitch. Grounder. Hooked foul, though, towards the tarp. Cam, you're not making any sense whatsoever, my guy. I have no idea what you're saying. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. De Jesus still on the bump. He had sit above the letters. The windup in the pitch. Grounder hit over towards shortstop. Hampson has it, charges over to first, and it's dug out by Arise. Man. It's just really good defensively. The throw was low. It hit the dirt, and Arise just timed it perfectly and just snagged it. I just said hi, Jess. What's going on? Bohm could get 20 homers and 100 RBIs, says Larry. Yes. The pitch to Stott. It's taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 to Stott. Fouled off. And the count is now 0-2. Dylan Covey and Jose Alvarado, a righty and a lefty, getting warmed up in the Phillies pen. Nobody on. 2 outs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. A slider on the outside corner at 79. And the inning comes to an end. Phillies go down in order. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Jake Burger will lead things off when the Phillies and Marlins return. I'm going to take a very quick step off, guys. I will see you in just a little bit. Thumbs up, subscribe. What was I going to say? Mods, promote the channel, man. I don't really see a whole lot of promotion going on in the chat. If you are a mod and if you've been on here for a little bit of time, please, please, please promote the channel in the chat. Because the bots can do it as one thing. I can say it, but then when it comes from you guys, you never know who's tuning in. So that's why we got to keep repeating this. All right? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing, Jess? What's going on? I'll be right back. I need to take a sip of water, and I got to stretch. There we go. All right, cool. Yes. Jose Alvarado will be pitching now for the Phils. He has a 1.67 earned run average in 32 1/3 of an inning. Opponents are batting .200 against him. He has 50 strikeouts and 32.1 innings of work. That message that I just typed down below, guys, if you're a mod or if you're just somebody that comes on here a lot, please feel free to do that. My dog is barking. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball's 1 strike. Berger at the plate with a double and a sac fly. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch. Grounder. It's fouled towards the third base side. Reese. 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 She doesn't listen. She does, but now she's not, of course. 0-2 is the count. Alvarado kicks, fires, and the pitch fouled back. So Berger stays alive in the count. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Phillies lead it 8-4. The 0-2 on the way. Here it is. It's low for ball 1. That makes the count now 1-2. Reese, come here. And the pitch. Fly ball, it out to left center field. And it's coming in. Marsh is coming in, and they'll make the catch for the first out. One away in the top of the 8th inning. Jazz Chisholm Jr., who singled in the 4th, has 16 homers and 40 RBI, comes up and he'll take a hack at that pitch and he'll swing and he'll miss. If you are interested in becoming a mod for this channel, please feel free to DM me, man. DM me on Discord. Email me. My email's down below. I'll post it right now. I need more people to help out with this channel, man. I can't be doing everything myself, guys. Because we're trying to continue to grow the family more and more. And I can't be stopping and putting people in timeouts. You know what I'm saying? The 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Spot the chat. Promote the channel. Be a hype man, if you will. And that's all. The 0-2, check swing, did he go? Third base umpire says no. One and 2. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch by Alvarado, way inside. We are just approaching the 3-hour mark at the time of the live stream. The 2-2 pitch. Grounder hit over towards the third base side. Bohm as it throws on the run, and it's not in time as Jazz Chisholm Jr. beats it out. Throw was a little bit off the line, and Bohm probably should have just ate that one up, but decided not to. We need 4 more likes to get to the 50 mark, guys. Man, oh man. Sick. My mods, where you at? Promote the channel. Get people to hit the thumbs up button. 1 out and a runner over at first. De La Cruz reached on an error in the 2nd inning. and he's 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch by Alvarado. It's downstairs for a ball. Phillies have a 2.5 game lead over the Chicago Cubs. The 1-0. It's taken downstairs, not by much, for ball 2. Two balls and no strikes to Brian De La Cruz. Alvarado comes set at the belt once again. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. On a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Right at the knees. Reds are down 4-3 against the Cardinals. Rangers lead at 2-0 in Arlington. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Camera operator thought it was strike 3. Lost track, though. It's happened to all of us. Even to me. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. It was a cutter. Coming soon, Flyers 23-24 season, at least game a week, and hopefully some extra Flyers discussion. Of course, that's what we're going to be doing. We are going to be doing one Flyers game a week because we got to get reps with hockey. Thank you for promoting that. Beagle Lover's one of my mods. There we go. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jose Alvarado gets a big strikeout and throws some high heat to Brian De La Cruz, and he'll sit back down and go towards the Marlins dugout. That pitch was absolutely nasty. Two outs and a runner at first base. Sanchez at the plate chops this one foul towards the first base dugout. Yes, Beagle Lover. That's exactly what we do. Promote the channel. Tell people in the chat to like and subscribe. That's why you're a mod. The 0-1 grounder hit over to second base and the throw over to first. That's in time. And the inning does come to an end. Jose Alvarado gets the job done. Phillies bullpen so far, no runs in 2 2/3 of an inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Can the Phillies add some more insurance? They lead it 8-4. And they'll look to add things on when we return. Cool. Great stuff. Good stuff. Guys, we could actually reach 1,000 either tomorrow or Monday during the doubleheader. Tomorrow we're not doing the Phillies game. My name is Jason Joseph, by the way, if you are new to the channel. I've been coming on here since December 20th, okay? My first game that I did was 76ers basketball. We finished out the 76ers basketball season. Finished out the Patriots season as well. And then we came on here and we were doing more basketball after football was done. And then we just dove into baseball. And we've been doing it almost every single day. Covered the Sixers until they lost while still doing baseball. And have been doing a whole bunch of baseball games over the summer. If you do enjoy my content, we don't just do play-by-play. We also have a podcast called Sharing the Mic with JJ. I encourage you all to go check that out. This week's episode, we had Jason Springer come on, where I get guests that are radio hosts, YouTube personalities, and sports commentators to come on here and we get to talk up shop, man. That's all that we get to do. So I encourage you all to go check that out. We also have a Phillies post-series podcast that we do as well. After every series, we talk about the Phillies. We really try to mix things up on here, guys. We really do, and we're a family on here, and we put out a lot of content. So, because that's what you guys deserve. First pitch to JT is taken all the way for a strike. He singled in the second, also scored a run. He's been having a pretty good month of September so far. De Jesus kicks, deals. It's low. 60 pitches in this game so far as De Jesus came on in relief for Johnny Cueto. The 1-1 pitch, another swing and a miss. It's just so amazing where the Marlins, they really have done a good job at just drafting guys and developing players in the farm system. The 1-2, line drive into left field, and it's just right at Brian De La Cruz as he catches Gold on the run. He's able to catch it and then didn't realize he did catch it, but it's like, look at what I got. Here comes Brandon Marsh, who had a bases clearing double in his last at-bat. Marsh takes the first pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Covey and Kimbrel getting loosened up. Wonder if they're probably going to use Covey. They have a 4-run lead. The pitch inside for ball 1. That was his 8th career hit with the bases loaded and second one to clear the bases back in the 5th inning. The 1-1 offering out on the outside corner for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. And the 1-2 delivery popped up. Hit out the shallow left field. It's going to be a tough play. Berger can't find it. Brian De La Cruz gets under it, loses the hat, and he just makes the catch. Almost lost it in the lights again. And Marsh pops out to shallow left field. And there's 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. I think that Marsh just got underneath of what was a fastball that was low. And he just popped it up. He knew it. He was out in front of it also a little bit too. The Castellanos will come on up to the plate. It's 2 for 3 with a double and a single and a run scored. The pitch to Nick. Swing and a miss. So, Trey Turner has not extended his hitting streak just yet. And this most likely, unless a comeback is made by the Marlins, if Castellanos doesn't get on here, it'll most likely be the end of that streak. The 0-1 fouled back. First time that he has driven in a run while batting 7th or lower since July 9th of 2017. That was when he had the 2-run double back in the bottom of the 2nd. He's batting 8th tonight. The 0-2 upstairs for ball 1. Beagle Lover says, reminder, 23-24 Sixers discussion coming in the future. Once a week broadcast and game play-by-play. Sixers we're going to try to do almost every game. Flyers we're going to be doing most likely once a week, at least. We want to get our reps in. The 2-2 to Casti. Downstairs for ball 3. And Beagle Lover says, I'm looking forward to all sports talk after Phillies win the World Series. Yes, absolutely. That'd be so cool. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Feel free to also promote mods as well. 3-2, down low for ball 4. And Castellanos draws a 2-out walk. It's the 3rd time tonight that he has gotten on. Well, Turner, if Cave and Schwarber can somehow get on, Turner could stand a chance and extend that hitting streak to 18 games in a row. Frankie, what's up, Frankie? Thanks for coming on here. Christian Pache will be pinch hitting for Jake Cave. This game is over 3 hours old. Actually, just at 3 hours. Throw back to first. That's not in time. It was a pretty slow game. It was like 2 hours into the fifth inning. But the later half of the game has been going by pretty quickly. The pitch. It was a strike, but it's called a ball. Just below the knees in the eyes of Sean Barber. Pache against De Jesus. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. We've talked about it before, but we'll say it again. De Jesus making his first start, or his first appearance, I should say, is putting up a starter quality outing in his major league debut. The 1-1 inside. Phillies have an 8-4 lead. They scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second on a 2-run double by Nick Castellanos and a 3-run homer by Kyle Schwarber. Aaron Nola did allow 4 runs in that 5th inning and then was taken out of the game after allowing 3. The 2-1 inside for ball 3. And then the Phillies got 3 runs back in the bottom of the 5th as Brandon Marsh got a 3-run double out to right field. 3 balls, 1 strike. De Jesus kicks, deals, swing and a miss. And now the count is full. We will not be doing tomorrow afternoon's series finale. The payoff pitch, line drive into left field, right at De La Cruz. It was hit on the nose, and he catches it for out number 3. Well struck and hit sharp, but just right at the left fielder, De La Cruz. And we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Miami Marlins. Phillies lead at 8-4. Okay. Frankie says, love long games, hate that games are over so quickly. In this fast-paced life, it was nice to take time and watch the game. It now feels a little bit rushed, like the rest of my life, says Frankie. I mean, like, as a broadcaster, I love being on here, don't get me wrong. But when I'm doing this every day, guys, do I want to always be on for 4.5 hours? I love you guys so much. But guess what? My voice is powerful, man. And I got to take care of that. I got to work out my voice. So as a broadcaster, I got to tell you, it's nice. And I don't always have to hunt for as many stories. You know, because you're cutting the fat off the bones, if you will. You know, you're getting more juice. But yes, baseball's not supposed to be a timed sport. Sometimes, man, like, you have to, you can't be standing on the mound for like 25 seconds in between pitches. You know? It's a lot, but sometimes I do have to rush my thoughts. I understand that. I think it's interesting. I think it's been a good thing for the game because the average viewers, that's what they had to do in order for them to make more money. And it's worked. It really has. Now, do I want that to happen for the postseason? I don't. Because that's the beauty of what baseball is, and that's what playoff baseball should be. Shouldn't be with a pitch clock, and that's just me. but I don't think that that's how playoff baseball should be. Comment down below what you guys think. Craig Kimbrell will come in to pitch the ninth. It is not a save situation. This will be his 62nd game that he has pitched in. Guys, we need 25 more subscribers to get to the 1,000 mark. Let's get there, man. Here's Garrett Hampson. A solo homer back in the 5th inning off of Aaron Nola. And he's singled as well. Playing over at shortstop tonight. First pitch by Kimbrell. Line drive over the head of Bryson Stott into center field. And there's a leadoff single to start off the top of the ninth. The Marlins get the leadoff man aboard. So Pache slides over to center field. Marsh goes over to left. And that is the defensive change. So there's one away, or one on, in the top of the ninth for Luis Arraez. The pitch outside for ball. I beg your pardon, Xavier Edwards is up at the plate. Getting a little ahead of myself. Edwards batting in the 8th spot. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Third baseman, Alec Bohm playing in. Just behind the grass. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Rest of the infield, though, playing him the pole towards that first base side. Turner playing over at second base. That's what happens when you can't have a shift anymore. The 1-1 delivery. Foul ball. Frankie says any new MLB fans cause the game to be quicker. They all say it's boring. You can't attract new fans by making the game faster. Not enough action going on. I think it's the opposite, man, but I'm happy that you disagree because I love having these sort of conversations, you know. The 1-2, strike 3 called, a knuckle curve at the knees. And there's one away in the top of the ninth. So Edwards strikes out looking, and that knuckle curve looked absolutely filthy. And now Jacob Stallings, who's now at the 200 mark, had an RBI double in the 5th and scored a run too. He's up at the plate. First pitch, low and outside. One ball, no strikes to Jacob Stallings. The 1-0 by Kimbrell. Just a hair outside. Nick Fortes, the backup catcher, wouldn't be surprised if he got the nod tomorrow afternoon. Stallings is 33 years old. He's 6'5". He's a pretty tall catcher. The 2-0. It's taken for a strike. Just at the knees, and Stallings in total disagreement with that call. One away in the top of the ninth, and a runner over at first. Stallings played with the Pittsburgh Pirates for 6 seasons, and he's been with the Marlins since last year. The 2-1 by Kimbrell. Popped up. Hit out to shallow right center field. Castellanos calls off Pache, and he catches the can of corn, and the Marlins are down to their final out. And now we flip the lineup card for Luis Arraez. Arraez singled in the 5th. First pitch to Arraez. He takes it all the way for a strike. A knuckle curve right on the outside corner. The 0-1 fouled off towards the left field side. And the Marlins are down to their final strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Luis Ariz. And the 0-2, swing and a miss. He chases after a high fastball, and the Phillies have evened the series as they take Game 2 by a final score of 8-4. Kimbrel does not get the save. It was not a save situation, but give the Phillies bullpen a lot of credit, because they did really well once Aaron Nola was getting into trouble, and it all started with Jeff Hoffman. Was just able to make the right pitches when it mattered the most. Jose Alvarado came in, did a really good job. Gregory Soto did as well. And Craig Kimbrel, that's exactly what the doctor ordered tonight. Unfortunately, Trey Turner does end his 17-game hitting streak, and also his 20-game home hitting streak. And on top of that, a 5-game multi-hitting streak. But the Phillies are now 3 games above the Chicago Cubs, and that is absolutely huge. And the Marlins are now 1.5 games behind the Arizona Diamondbacks. I love you all so much. Brandon Marsh is the player of the game at the bases clearing double back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies did a really good job today, and it really just started off by setting that tone in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Castellanos came up with a big base hit. Schwarber hit a big home run, and when the Phillies needed to get some runs, they did, and that was the difference. So just a really good outing overall for the Phillies. Aaron Nola, lots of question marks, though, again, and it just continues to be the same narrative. But as far as everything else goes, the bullpen was great. The offense overall did what it had to do. And the Phillies, most importantly, evened the series at 1 apiece. And they'll look to try to close it out tomorrow afternoon against the Marlins. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. We will not be doing tomorrow afternoon's baseball game. It is football season, man. We'll be doing Patriots-Eagles tomorrow afternoon. And just a final reminder, please tune in at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time for the big announcements that we have coming up for the channel. Okay? We have a couple of things coming up just before kickoff, and I want to make sure everybody's there. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time is when kickoff begins, and we will start the stream at 4:15. The clock will begin at 4 o'clock, and we'll be on 10 minutes before the game starts. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Jeff Hoffman is able to get the win. He's 4-2 on the season. Johnny Cueto's now 1-4. He gets targeted with the loss. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love each and every one of you. I hope you all have yourselves a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon for some football. See you soon.